Just because a Patriot League student athlete might now be competing against the Army Black Knights and Navy midshipmen on the track doesn't mean he isn't on a similar path and mission for the future. In fact, Bison Jr. Ryan Johnson hopes to one day join the ranks of those Academy graduates. The long and mid-distance runner balances his life in Lewisburg between academics, track and field, and the Bucknell ROTC program.
ROTC stands for Reserve Officer Training Corps, and it's a balance between regular college life and military life. There's a progression between freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year. It gets more involved each year as you go along. Junior year, you're in charge of platoon operations and company level organization. So the juniors are kind of like the hands and the seniors are the minds. They design all the training and then the juniors carry it out. It's definitely a good process. If you're well qualified, you receive a scholarship and then you'll commission as the same rank as the military academies.
ROTC offers an alternative for those not attending a service academy, but it's still a heavy workload for student athletes like Johnson. Physical training and classroom requirements provide him with lessons on what it takes to be an Army soldier. It's a tall order for a Division I student athlete living on a traditional college campus, but Johnson is committed to becoming a leader of character.
When people ask me how I do it every day, you just have to have a goal. So my goal is active duty aviation or infantry, and you just got to work at that goal every single day, no matter what, no matter how tired you are, you just have to have that high-reaching goal. So there's a good quote from Teddy Roosevelt, you got to keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. So keep those high goals in mind, but you have to stay humble at the same time.
Last summer, as part of the Cultural Understanding and Language Proficiency Program, Johnson spent close to 1 month teaching English and building relationships in Tanzania, Africa.
Which is right on the east coast of Africa, below Kenya. We were teaching English to their military academies over there for about 24 days in country, and then we spent about 5 days beforehand and 2 days afterwards at Fort Knox. And we were also building allied relations with the help of the U.S. Embassy with some of their military officials as well.
Johnson immersed himself in a new culture while sharing pieces of his own, affirming that all of the hard work he puts in back home is absolutely worth it.
We visited with the Maasai tribe, the Maasai warriors over there. We got to go to their markets and see how they trade. They trade with cattle. They don't use any official form of currency, so they were speaking in their different tribal languages, but mainly they all speak Swahili. So we got taught by one of their lieutenants at their high school, brief Swahili lessons. So I definitely learned a lot about the culture, and I think it'll play a valuable lesson in the future. If I commission as a U.S. Army lieutenant, it's just all about respect and understanding the culture wherever you go.
Johnson returned to Bucknell with a newfound appreciation of his goals, understanding that his role on the track complements the well-rounded officer he aspires to become. Known as one of the more difficult races in track and field, the 800-meter run is his race of choice.
I'm kind of like a hybrid runner between a distance runner and a sprinter. So sprinting a half mile all out takes a lot of guts, and it's very painful, and it's a different kind of training where you have to have a large volume of miles as well as a lifting program to supplement with strength and speed. I like the 800 meter because it requires you to be versatile, and everything I do here at Bucknell also requires me to do that, so it kind of reflects me as a person.
For the Patriot League Network, I'm Melanie Pulowski.